subscribe, like all of that. She makes such amazing content, bookish videos, guided meditations, favorites. I love her. We're both big Swifties, and like a few weeks back we were texting and just kind of talking about how certain books remind us of certain Taylor Swift songs, and one thing led to another, and we decided to turn it into a little collab video. So here on my channel, I'm going to be giving you my So the song, the archer, from Lover, reminds me of my other favorite book in the series, Reckless. This one follows Theo and Winter. Theo and Winter. And they hook up one night and something happens. She gets pregnant. Okay. Now, I normally don't love like one night stand surprise baby books, but this one is so good, okay? And the main character, Winter, I feel like she is the embodiment of the archer, specifically the lyrics. Combat. I'm ready for combat. I say I don't want that, but what if I do? Because cruelty wins in the movies. I've got 100 thrown out speeches I almost said to you. Easy they come, easy they go. I jump from the train. I ride off alone. I never grew up. It's getting so old. Help me hold on to you. I've been the archer. I've been the prey. Who could ever leave me, darling? But who could stay? And it reminds me so much of Winter. She is kind of like this, almost like anti-hero in like the other books. And in this book, you really get to learn like her story and what she's been through. And like, she is ready for combat. She's angry. She's fiery. But this book explores why. And it says, but who could stay? And in this book, she finds the man that will stay. Like, it's next. Let's talk about probably one of my favorite songs from Midnights. It is The Great War. The Great War. And I feel like this song really encapsulates the entire A Court of Thorns and Roses, like the first trilogy, the first 3 books. A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. But mostly A Court of Wings and Ruin, the 3rd book. This is an adult romantasy. And I feel like once you've read the first 3 books, you will understand why these lyrics remind me of the main couple. The lyrics are, you drew up some good faith treaties. I drew curtains closed, drank my poison all alone. You said I have to trust more freely, but diesel is desire. You were playing with fire. And maybe it's the past that's talking, screaming from the crypt, telling me to punish you for things you never did. So I justified it. All that bloodshed, crimson clover, the bombs were close and my hand was the one you reached for. All throughout the Great War. Always remember the burning embers. I vowed not to fight anymore. If we survive break free, break through, break down. You would break your back to make me break a smile. Yes, he would. He would. You know how much I hate that everybody just expects me to bounce back, just like that. Uh-oh, I'm falling in love. Oh no, I'm falling in love again. Oh, I'm falling in love. I thought the plane was going down. How'd you turn it right around? Next, we have Mine from Speak Now. Speak Now. And there's a particular line in this book that perfectly summarizes Rhett and Summer's romance in Flawless by Elsie Silver. So Rhett is a bull rider, and he's gotten in like a bit of trouble, and so his PR manager is Summer's dad, and he basically sends Summer out to kind of like help him and be his like PR babysitter while he's dealing with this like controversy. Okay, and the lyrics. Do you remember all the city lights on the water? You saw me start to believe for the first time. You made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter. You are the best thing that's ever been mine. The line, you made a rebel of a careless man's careful daughter, is literally Rhett and Summer, because Summer's dad he's the PR like main guy, but he is super careless. He's never really been like a father figure for Summer, and she's kind of had to be like the responsible one, and so she is the careful daughter. And it's fun seeing Rhett like throughout this book like break her out of her shell a bit, and so every time I hear Mine, I think of this book. Next, we have probably my most like guilty pleasure read, and the lyrics, like I swear I have this conspiracy theory that Taylor Swift read this book and then wrote Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince from her Lover album, because these lyrics are spot on. Punk 57, like, once you've read the book, there are so many like little things in this song that perfectly tie into the book. But this book follows Ryan and Misha. They were pen pals growing up, but they've kind of like lost contact, and Misha ends up transferring to Ryan's school. And I'm not gonna tell you much more than that, but it is very spicy, and it is like high school, so it's kind of immature, but it's a guilty pleasure read. I love this book. It's not for everyone, but it is for me. But anyway, the lyrics are so accurate. It's been a long time coming, but it's you and me. That's my whole world. They whisper in the hallway, she's a bad girl. The whole school is rolling fake dice. You play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. It's you and me. There's nothing like this. Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. We're so sad we paint the town blue. Voted most likely to run away with you. Okay, next we have kind of switching gears a little bit. No body, no crime. Nobody, no crime, nobody, no crime. From Evermore, as always reminded me of Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This is one of my favorite mystery thrillers of all time. And it's about this woman, Amy, who goes missing, but something's a little bit off. A little bit off with Amy's husband, Nick. So, the lyrics that I chose specifically encapsulates a very up and down, emotional, off and on relationship, very dramatic relationship, and that's exactly what you get in the Magnolia Parks books. It's a lot of drama. But yeah, Magnolia and BJ's love is nothing if not sad, beautiful, and tragic, truly. The next song, I believe, is our first from the vault track, that I've talked about in this video, and it is Slut, 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 Slut from the vault. This song, the lyrics really remind me of the relationship between Lily and Lauren in the Addicted series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. So the Addicted series is 5 books within the Addicted Calloway series that follow Lily and Lo. Lily is a sex addict and Lo is a alcoholic, and they have a kind of like fake relationship that hides their addictions from their loved ones. And so that's how you're following them. I will say that these books aren't very like romantic in the sense of like you don't get like your typical romance plot. It's more about Lily and Lo getting through their addictions and working on their treacherous, treacherous. Red is my stan album, so a lot of the songs are from Red, but this song reminds me of Harriet and Win from Happy Place by Emily Henry. I feel like this book truly does not get the love that it deserves, but it's about Harriet and Win. They were actually engaged, but ended up breaking up. And every year, their like distant friends have this vacation together in Maine at this like beach house. And they have not told their friends that they broke up. So they go on the vacation and they have to pretend like they're still engaged. So there's actually two different sections of the song that I included. So first, put your lips close to mine as long as they don't touch. Out of focus, eye to eye, till the gravity's too much. And I'll do anything you say, if you say it with your hands. And I'd be smart to walk away, but you're quicksand. This slope is treacherous. This path is reckless. This slope is treacherous. And I like it. So there's a scene, this isn't a spoiler, but there's a scene where they like go to the bar and Harriet and Win are like drinking and dancing and having to pretend like they're in love still. And I feel like the put your lips close to mine as long as they don't touch, out of focus, eye to eye, like when they're at the bar and they're like the tension is so hot and like it feels so right. But the slope is treacherous, you know, the slope is treacherous. Yeah, okay. And then the other lyrics are, two headlights shine through the sleepless night, and I will get you and get you alone. Your name has echoed through my mind, and I just think you should know that nothing safe is worth the drive, and I would follow you home. I'll follow you home. And that one, I feel like you gotta read the entire book to really make the connections, but I want to reread this book now. I think those are all of them. I'm hoping I got them all. Now make sure you go and watch Fleur's video so you can get